I can't hear you. Lord, I don't know. Oh my God, Don. Child, please. I didn't. I don't understand. I'm gonna finish it out. I'm gonna finish it out, child. I just needed your add comments. But you just put your laughs in and type in when you want to say something crazy because you're good at saying something crazy. But the girl said they are creatives. I said creatives. We all create, right? You create. That's cosmetologists. We create. But she couldn't call herself a cosmetologist. So she said that they're creatives. The new generation are creatives. Creatively destroying hair. Creatively destroying hair. That's what I call it. And so I don't know if even I'm hoping people like Keisha them come back on or whatnot, but I just had to talk about it. And so the guy, what's his name, Don? I know. I wish you could type it in there. What's his name? The guy in Atlanta. His name Jay something. You know who I'm talking about, right? Dang, I can't hear this girl at all. What's his name? He was the one that said, "Honey, lace fronts was never meant for y'all to be wearing them on a everyday basis." I can't hear you. You can hear me? Oh. So anyway, yeah. So like I said, it was never meant for that. Um, Another thing is, and Don had touched on it so well the last time about I had the videos ready, which I do have some ready that I'm gonna post on my individual videos where it talked about how they were showing the women with 3 months lace with the 3 months of they were showing them how to detangle hair. And they had the hair extensions on for at least 3 months. They had a quick weave for 3 months. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Hi, Zayden, 18K. So they were wearing their lace fronts for like 3 months. When you take it off of the head, hello. When they took the lace front off of the head, they were showing like I was like, now this is what really happens. So that's why I took those videos because you have so many people saying, hi, I'm doing great. And you have so many people saying like the women like, oh, I just take my lace, my quick weave off, or I just do this, I just do this, I just do that, or whatever. And I'm like, that's not the quick weaves that I've seen when you're taking them off. I've seen different, right? So we've seen the thing. So you had cosmetologists that were talking about how, which I agree because it's a better way of doing it, where when you take removing an installation, you shouldn't wet the hair. You should first detangle the hair, brush the hair out, take a paddle brush, start from the ends and work your way up. That's how I do it on dry hair and get all of the hair because your hair has shedded within there. And so because the hair has shedded in there like that, if you wet it, it's more hard to take out. So they were showing that. But it was one girl, she had 2 handfuls of hair that she had lost because she had that whole quick weave thing in the hair for so long. And so we should not be looking for hair extensions unless it's even in that, unless you're servicing yourself like something like, I guess, like the tape extensions and things like that where you can touch the hair. That is when, hold on. That is when you can wear your hair if you're servicing your hair. But if you're not servicing your hair, your intention should not be like Don said. There's no such thing as a temporary hairstyle. I forgot what Don said. Don, can you type it in? It was something you said, and I love that because I'm gonna talk about that in my own videos. But you were like, there's no such thing as, I forgot what you were saying. So women, especially when we understand that CCCA is causing a lot of hair loss and things like that, these are the things that I'm touching on. Lace fronts and those different lace fronts were never meant for you to be wearing as an everyday hairdo. It was just not made for that. It was made for TV. It was made for movies. It was made for those things. And for those of you who saying like, well, Caucasian women, they wear braids. They don't wear braids like y'all wear braids. They don't wear braids for 2 and 3 months out of the time, out, out like that. They don't do that. So please stop using that as an excuse and be honest with yourself. A lot of you are not taking care of your hair. It would be different if you were getting those things and you were like, you know what, let me take care of my hair. But a lot of you are not doing that, and that's the problem. So that's the problem that we have, and that a lot of people, a lot of Black women, you're not taking care of your hair. The other thing that I saw was when they took the hair down, right in the front, Don, it was one girl, it was just like white brown, and she was combing it out, she was doing it properly, and I was like, what is that? Because it looked like cake, like just, I don't know if it was mildew, I don't know what that was. And she said that's from the adhesive and the edge control and things like that. And I'm like, these things are not to shame us when we talk about it. And I know a lot of you get offended or whatnot. It's not to shame you. It's to make you aware of what you're headed towards. You understand what I'm saying? And it's bad enough that it's like the hairstylists are battling the cosmetologists, and the clients are stuck somewhere in the middle, and you guys are making bad decisions just as well. And so at the end of the day, those who are ignorant to what's really going on, and it's taking your focus off, and you're being distracted because you're focused on they making me pay for a deposit. They're unprofessional. I don't like the sweets. I like the salon. You're so focused on those different things that a lot of you are either taking control yourself, which I definitely understand, but then you got the other ones that are like, you take care of your hair. Good. You have other people, other women that are just like, regardless, they're going to them. And so at the end, if you continue to do this, you are going to be a part of the statistics. Eventually, you will be a part of these statistics when it comes to that. And there are so many women that wear hair extensions, and y'all know I always go back to it. And I had a video for that too, where I showed all the women of the 90s, right? And they all still have their hair. Now I don't know about Vivica Fox, because I'm like, I don't know if Vivica still have it now. I don't know. Lisa Ray still have hers. I believe Vivica Fox still has hers, but because I think I've seen, yeah, she does, because she wear her hair in a ponytail sometimes, so she does. So the point that I'm making is that were they doing techniques like that, right? And why are you doing the same techniques, but you're losing your hair now? And those women are now in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, and they still have their hair. That is a major, major issue. You may not pay attention to, you may not think so. One of the things I always paid attention to, somebody like Sanaa Lathan. Sanaa Lathan, she wear her weaves, and Nia Long, they wear their weaves and stuff. I don't know. I've seen her in a couple of wigs too. But then when she's off the set, she be wearing her own hair. And that is what we're saying. It's like, you can't get upset when somebody's questioning you and asking you, hey, why are you only wearing these wigs? Why? And for those of you who are dealing with another form of alopecia, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those that have hair, beautiful hair, and refuse to wear their hair. These are the main reasons why you're really wearing these things. One, laziness. Laziness right off the bat. Two, you were taught from a young age, a lot of us were taught at a young age how to avoid our hair. Avoid it like the plague. Our hair is the plague. You got to take it out. You don't want to deal with it. A lot of you had bad experiences when you were younger when it came to hair, whether you was picked on because your hair was too short, or you was picked on because your hair was too long. You was the pretty girl and nobody liked you because you had the long hair. It could be a number of reasons Why? But that's number two. Number two is some type of trauma happened when you were a kid. You were probably ostracized, um because because of that. It's different reasons, right? So we got one, laziness. Two, you were ostracized, right? Or you had some type of trauma when you were young. Three, education. Yes, right. Wash it with soap and conditioner and take care of it. So a lot of you don't have the education. So, and it's funny to me because I'm looking at all these creatives and hairstylists, natural hairstylists, whatever they call it. They got so many names for themselves. And I'm listening to them. They like, oh, the fact that you're pushing something that you can see. And I'm looking at them showing the hairstyle and how they took it off and how easy it was. But I looked at the front of the young lady's hair. Her hairline is thinning. You cannot teach somebody about the science of things. You are not even in a position. A lot of you see these women coming to you every 2 weeks or every 2 months, and you're taking the installation out and you're saying, well, I do it a different way so it won't go on the same spot. But you see her hair is thinning already. You don't sit there and say, you know what? You don't take the time out to look at it, but at least they take the time and say, listen, your hair is getting worse and worse. I really don't want to do the service, but we already know why you're going to do the service and you're not going to talk about it. But at least recommend that they find a dermatologist. At least if you want to be a creative, at least link up in your city and find a cosmetologist, a dermatologist in your area. I have seen videos where you got cosmetologists and dermatologists or cosmetologists that are saying, hey, we with you guys. Link up with me because they're talking about alopecia and trying to combat it. A lot of a lot of us are dealing with women that go to you guys that have no education, right? Oh God, it's always one dum dum. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. So it's the lack of the education. So you can't teach your client, right? You want the loyalty, you want to talk about, the service you give them, but that's as far as it can go. You can't give them more than that. So at least recommend them to go somewhere. You're not going to lose them. And I think a lot of times you guys are worried about losing your clientele because you're recommending them to a dermatologist or a trichologist, right? And that's okay. I'm lagging a little bit. Oh God. I don't know, Don. I'm gonna end up going back to Ask a Licensed Cosmetologist channel because this I don't know what's up with this channel. It's like it be really doing a number like every week. This week it ain't cutting off, but this week I can't even hear you talk, and now it's lagging. I'm like, ooh, honey, thank you, Zayden. So the thing is that if you want to keep your clients and have longevity, you have to help them. You can't just let them be. I was watching some men cosmetologists that were saying how to get more clients, and they were like, if you want strippers and you want that kind of money, go to the strip club and hand out your card. Then they said if you want, is it still lagging, Zayden? They said if you want, thank you. If you want a certain level of clientele, go to a car dealership and give your cards to the young lady at the front desk and tell her that she send me some clients, you do her hair. And I was like, that's all fine and dandy. But it kind of reminded me of like the church that I was in. Like you go out and you recruit and to get all these people, but you're damaging the people that's already here. Why don't you work on the foundation of the people you have and work on yourself, the leadership and all those different things? Why don't you work on helping the people that's in there and stop bringing more people in? Because what's happening is that you're just bringing them in. It's just a vicious cycle because you're damaging those people, because those same people that are in your congregation, no one is really they need. You understand what I mean? And so it's the same thing with us. We can continue. I sub to you. Thank you. We can continue to, and by the way, Don, we had like 100 and almost 50 subscribers on this channel. I was like, God, dog, it's like really, yeah, that's what I said. I was like, wow, okay. And so I can't remember when I was talking, Don. I'm tired. And I gotta go to girl, I'll be tired tomorrow. Oh my God. But it's the same thing with you guys. It's not to attack. You leaving me, Don? It's not to attack you. Okay. It's not to attack cosmetologists, I mean, hairstylists, natural hairstylists, or unlicensed. It's us asking you to your attitude is so bad and to stop being on the defensive. A lot of you need to go to school. A lot of you need to take continuing education classes. And take a continuing education. I don't even think, do you have to, you do have to be, I don't know if you have to be licensed, if you have a specialty license. Go take a business course. Some of you, I'm gonna be honest, some of you don't even know how to talk to people. You don't know how to talk to people. You went from high school. A lot of you didn't finish school. We're gonna keep it 100. And I saw this one girl. She was saying like, she didn't finish school or whatever. You didn't. A lot of you didn't finish school, or you came to the program because DCF said, hey, you got to have some type of trade in order to continue to get benefits, right? So a lot of you came in with that mindset. You didn't come in with the mindset of, let me create a business. A lot of you don't even have a passion for hair. You're just doing it because now I think Atlanta is saying that they don't have to be licensed there either. Those natural hairstyles, they tired of trying to fight it. They don't even respect the profession. Look at the RNs. They say I'm RN, and I forgot who I consider professional careers. I'm like, a RN? They dealing with medicine. They go in, they got to take care of, they do the work that the doctors don't do. That's kind of insulting. But because of the people that have came into it, the caliber, I think, of people and the mindset of people, you're destroying the beauty community. You're destroying the beauty community. I'm just being honest. To say oh, forget the sweet, I prefer doing the sweets than to do that. You prefer because you in the sweets, nobody is challenging you. There's no ironing, sharpening, and iron. The clients don't know what you're doing. They just going by what you're telling them, and they just see the aesthetics, and they like, okay, you're in the 2A grade. They see the aesthetics, and they're like, oh my God, she's so gifted. But you're gifted. And let me tell you something. Like the Bible says, God gives the gift without repentance. Everybody has a gift. However, you decide to use the gift is up to you. But everybody has a gift. There are people that are coming. There are women, Black women that are coming to sit in your chair that's trusting you, that may have some form of insecurity, that may be going through some type of trauma, whether it's abuse, whatever the case may be, right? They're coming and they're trusting that when they come into your chair, that you're going to at least protect them and protect their hair. And a lot of you have fumbled the ball. And I'm not just talking to people that are not licensed. It's some cosmetologists that we have fumbled the ball. I'm talking about as a whole. Now we're talking about we're in 2026. Everybody launching these videos and saying, hey, this is how we step it up. The way you step it up is to step up your own self. You should want better. There, you should not be in any kind of business or doing, even if you go to a 9 to 5, you should always strive for better. Unless you at the end of the road where you retiring and you like, hey, I done did it all. You can look back and be proud of yourself. But for those of you, a lot of you that are young, that are coming into the industry, that just take doing hair as a side gig, and you done mastered a technique, and now you have all these people coming to you, you don't have the common sense to say, you know what? Let me see if I can make a business out of this. And let me see if I can get me some medical insurance. let me see if I can take this money that I'm making. I done made this amount. Like today I made $2,000 or even more, because you can do really well in the industry, right? Let me take some of this part of this money and invest. Let me give me some stock. Let me give me some bonds. Let me make sure I have life insurance. A lot of hairstylists, you can't even do that. A lot of you look for men or women that have a job 9 to 5 that can put you on their insurance. A lot of you are not here for the right reasons. And I try to say it in a way that I don't offend, but I have no choice but to speak the truth, especially in our community. I was looking at some of the Caucasian salons and the complaints they were having. Let me show you the difference with their complaints and your complaints. They're not even complaining. I don't hear them complain about their clients. That's the first thing I noticed. Go to TikTok and put in and listen to their complaints and see if I'm lying. They're talking about that one miserable stylist. I was like, oh yeah, that's been there for 30 years and don't like nobody and only like her clients because they love their clients, right? And don't like the way the salon smell. Don't like the new people. That's their complaints. They're not complaining about clients not wanting to pay. Clients, their clients, when they come into the room, they would not pay somebody who paid if they came to do a color. Let's say if they wanted a full color and highlights, they are not, and you tell them 150, honey, they will get up and walk out. Now you're the black hairstylists, the creatives, you're doing a video telling them our prices ain't gonna change and we're not underpriced. You still underpricing yourself. You know why? Because you don't have the education to know how much you should be charging when you're doing something like that. Because a lot of you can't even do color because you're not licensed. So you're still shutting yourself down. You don't learn how to do a certain hair sew-ins or whatever, and you think that's where it's at. That's not the real money. Real money is in those K-tips, those tape extensions. That's real money. Real money is in hair color. That's why you see a lot of women going to being a lot of cosmetologists want to be just their niche is a colorist because there's money in that. Somebody would look at you crazy if they got hair down to here and they wanted ombre or they want a biologic, whatever the case may be, and you tell them 150, they will get up and leave. But yet still, because your service is bad, because your attitude is bad, because your energy is bad, you get clients that don't want to pay you. You get clients that complain because your mindset has not changed. Your mindset is you're doing your clients a favor. When your mindset should be like those people that I just talked about who don't complain about their clients. They love their clients. They got clients that's been with them for 30 years. But you got you newbies and you got you old school cosmetologists who don't want to learn more. You don't want to learn about weave. You don't want to learn about hair replacement. I'm not just talking to the creatives. I'm talking to you as well. We are on the right. They can't even give a right report on CCCA because a lot of you will not even go get checked out. You will continue to get these covered up hairstyles, and you will be the woman that when you finally get somebody or you have somebody, I saw a video where the girl said, I'm surprised at my boyfriend, he haven't seen my hair in 3 years. What? I said, no, she didn't say that. I rewind it back. It was a black woman. She said, I'm surprised at my boyfriend. She had to blindfold him and everything and said, I want him to see that he has never seen my hair in 3 years. And you're proud of that. And the hairstylists that keep your hair up under whatever for 3 years, y'all proud of that. Now, I will tell you what I know. I remember years ago, I had to be a kid when Oprah had, they were asking Caucasian women what color is their actual hair, and they couldn't answer it because Caucasian women and kids, they highlight their children hair at a very young age, right? Their sons, they do it. Black people, we call it frost, but they highlight, So it was many women that said, I don't even remember the actual natural color of my hair. I was like, wow, that's interesting.